Good Friday is a significant day for Christians worldwide, observed with deep reverence and solemnity. It stands as one of the most important days in the Christian calendar, drawing millions together in shared remembrance and reflection. The day is marked by a sense of unity, as believers from diverse backgrounds come together to honor a pivotal moment in their faith. Good Friday is observed during Holy Week, which is the final week of Lent and leads up to Easter Sunday. This week is filled with special observances, each day carrying its own meaning, but Good Friday holds a unique place as the day that commemorates the crucifixion of Jesus Christ. On this day, Christians remember the suffering and death of Jesus on the cross, an event that is central to Christian beliefs. The crucifixion is seen as the ultimate act of love and sacrifice, where Jesus gave his life for the redemption of humanity. The cross, a symbol of both suffering and hope, stands at the heart of Good Friday observances. For many, it is a time to reflect on the profound meaning behind this sacrifice and what it represents for their faith and lives. The date of Good Friday changes each year, as it is based on the lunar calendar, but it always falls on the Friday before Easter. Regardless of the date, the day is universally marked by mourning, quiet reflection, and a sense of collective grief. Christians around the world gather in churches for special services, which often include readings from the Bible, hymns, and prayers that recount the final hours of Jesus' life. These services are typically more subdued than regular worship, emphasizing the solemn nature of the day. Many Christians choose to fast or abstain from certain foods on Good Friday as a form of penance and spiritual discipline. This act of self-denial is meant to honor the suffering of Jesus and to encourage personal reflection and humility. Churches often drape their altars in black or cover religious images, creating a somber and contemplative atmosphere. The absence of decorations and the use of dark colors serve as visual reminders of the sorrow and gravity of the day. Despite the somber tone, Good Friday is also a time for deep personal reflection. Many people spend the day in quiet contemplation, thinking about the meaning of Jesus' sacrifice and how it shapes their own lives and actions. In some communities, believers participate in processions or reenactments of the Stations of the Cross, physically retracing the steps Jesus took on his way to Calvary. These traditions help bring the story to life and allow participants to connect more deeply with the events of Good Friday. In many countries, Good Friday is recognized as a public holiday, giving people the opportunity to attend religious ceremonies, spend time with family, and engage in acts of charity or service. The day is often marked by a sense of community and shared purpose. Throughout the day, moments of silence and prayer are observed, allowing individuals to connect with the spiritual significance of Good Friday. It is a time to seek forgiveness, offer gratitude, and renew one's faith. For Christians, Good Friday serves as a powerful reminder of the love and sacrifice at the heart of their faith. It is a day to remember not only the suffering of Jesus, but also the hope and redemption that his sacrifice brings. Through centuries of tradition, the core message of Good Friday, sacrifice, love, and hope, remains unchanged, inspiring believers to reflect, renew, and look forward to the promise of Easter. The origins of Good Friday trace back to the earliest days of Christianity. According to the Bible, Jesus was crucified on a Friday, which is why this day is commemorated. The Gospels detail how Jesus was betrayed, arrested, and sentenced to death. His crucifixion is pivotal in Christian theology, seen as the ultimate act of love and redemption. Early Christians began observing Good Friday to honor this sacrifice. Over time, the day became formalized with specific rituals and prayers focused on repentance and gratitude. These traditions have been passed down and remain central to Good Friday today. The story of Jesus' crucifixion continues to resonate with believers worldwide. Good Friday's deep roots highlight its enduring importance in Christian tradition. The name Good Friday may seem paradoxical at first glance. Many people, whether they are familiar with Christian traditions or not, often wonder why a day associated with such sorrow and loss is called good. The events remembered on this day are undeniably somber, as they center around the crucifixion of Jesus Christ, a moment of immense suffering and apparent defeat. Yet the name itself invites us to look deeper, to search for meaning beyond the surface of tragedy. Given the tragic events it marks, it's natural to feel confusion or even discomfort with the term Good Friday. The day commemorates the pain, betrayal, and death of a revered figure, and for many it can be difficult to reconcile these events with the idea of goodness. One explanation for the name is rooted in language history. In older forms of English, the word good was often used to mean holy or pious, so Good Friday could be understood as Holy Friday, a day set apart for solemn reflection and reverence. This interpretation highlights the sacredness of the day, inviting believers to pause and remember its spiritual importance. Another perspective is that the day is called good because of the hope and redemption that Jesus' sacrifice brings to humanity. For Christians, the crucifixion is not the end of the story, but the beginning of something transformative. Through his suffering and death, Jesus is believed to have opened the way for forgiveness, reconciliation, and new life. For Christians, the crucifixion is not just about suffering, but about the promise of eternal life. The cross, once a symbol of shame and defeat, becomes a sign of hope and victory. It represents the belief that love can overcome even the greatest darkness, and that through sacrifice, a greater good can emerge. Good Friday then stands as a powerful reminder of the triumph of love and forgiveness over sin and death. It is a day that calls people to reflect on the depth of compassion and mercy shown, and to consider how these values can shape their own lives. The name also reflects the belief in God's ultimate goodness and mercy, even in the face of suffering. It's a testament to the idea that despite appearances, there is a greater purpose at work, one that leads to healing and restoration. Despite the sorrow and grief that Good Friday brings, Christians see God's plan as one ultimately meant for humanity's good. The day encourages believers to trust in the possibility of renewal, even when circumstances seem bleak. This perspective helps believers find hope in the events of Good Friday. It reminds them that out of pain can come growth, and that even the darkest moments can lead to new beginnings. Understanding the good in Good Friday means recognizing its deeper spiritual significance. It's about seeing beyond the immediate sorrow to the promise of transformation and grace that the day represents. Ultimately, Good Friday is a reminder that even in the darkest times, there is hope, redemption, and the possibility of a brighter future. It invites everyone, regardless of their beliefs, to reflect on the power of love, sacrifice, and the enduring human spirit. Good Friday is a public holiday in many countries, reflecting its religious and cultural importance. In places like the United States, Canada, and the UK, it's observed with unique traditions. Some countries hold large processions and reenactments of the crucifixion, drawing crowds and fostering community. In the Philippines, dramatic reenactments are both acts of devotion and education. Elsewhere, Good Friday is marked by quieter rituals such as church services and family gatherings. Traditional foods and customs add a cultural dimension to the day. Good Friday's global recognition highlights its universal appeal and ability to unite people in faith. The diverse celebrations reflect the rich tapestry of Christian traditions worldwide. Good Friday is observed in countless ways around the world, with customs that reflect the unique history and culture of each community. While the day is universally recognized as a time of solemn remembrance, the specific traditions can look very different depending on where you are. In many places, the heart of Good Friday centers on church services and quiet reflection as people gather to honor the sacrifice of Jesus Christ. These services often feature readings from the Bible that recount the final hours of Jesus' life, along with hymns and prayers that invite worshippers to contemplate the meaning of his suffering and death. The music is usually somber and the prayers are deeply heartfelt, creating an atmosphere of reverence and introspection. Churches are often stripped of elaborate decorations with only the bare essentials remaining. Lights are dimmed and the mood is intentionally subdued, helping everyone present to focus on the gravity of the day. This simplicity serves as a visual reminder of mourning and loss. In many communities, believers take part in the Stations of the Cross, a ritual that involves moving from station to station, each one representing a key moment in the story of the crucifixion. This tradition allows participants to walk in the footsteps of Jesus, meditating on his journey and the sacrifices he made. Fasting or abstaining from certain foods is another widespread custom. For many, this means eating only one simple meal or avoiding rich foods altogether. Some families even leave plates empty at the table, symbolizing sacrifice and self-denial as a form of penance. In countries like Italy, and in many Catholic communities worldwide, people avoid eating meat on Good Friday. Instead, they prepare special meals featuring fish and vegetables. These dishes are often passed down through generations, and preparing them together becomes a cherished family tradition. Wearing special clothing is also common. Many choose black or dark colors as a sign of mourning, reflecting the somber mood of the day. This outward expression of grief unites communities in a shared sense of loss and remembrance. These customs are not just rituals, they are lessons passed down from parents and grandparents to children. Through storytelling, shared meals, and participation in ceremonies, each generation learns the importance of Good Friday, blending faith with cultural identity. For believers, these traditions offer a powerful way to connect with the deeper meaning of Good Friday. They provide moments for personal reflection, community support, and spiritual renewal, helping people to find hope even in sorrow. Ultimately, the rituals and customs of Good Friday serve as a bridge between the past and the present, reminding us of the day's profound spiritual and cultural significance, and uniting people across the world in a shared act of remembrance. Modern technology is changing how Good Friday is observed. Many churches now offer online services, making participation accessible from home. Live-streamed sermons and virtual stations of the cross are increasingly common. Schools are also teaching about Good Friday's significance, fostering greater awareness. Some organize field trips to churches or religious sites for first-hand experience. Interfaith dialogues are growing, with Good Friday serving as a bridge for understanding. These trends reflect the evolving landscape of religious observance. Technology and education are ensuring Good Friday remains relevant for new generations. The day continues to adapt while preserving its core message. Looking ahead, Good Friday celebrations will keep evolving. Technology like virtual reality could offer immersive experiences of the crucifixion story. Global connections may inspire communities to share and blend traditions. This could lead to richer, more diverse expressions of faith. There's also a growing focus on social justice and community service as part of Good Friday. Many see Jesus' sacrifice as a call to serve others and promote compassion. As society changes, so will the ways Good Friday is celebrated, yet its core message of sacrifice and hope will always endure. Despite changes in observance, Good Friday's significance remains strong. For Christians, it's a powerful reminder of Jesus' love and sacrifice. The day inspires reflection on faith and a renewed commitment to Christ's teachings. Good Friday also brings communities together in shared observance. Its customs provide continuity and connection with the past. In a divided world, Good Friday's message of unity and forgiveness resonates widely. The day inspires believers to strive for a better world. Its enduring power lies in its ability to uplift and unite. Good Friday remains a meaningful observance for millions globally. Good Friday is a day of profound significance for Christians everywhere. It commemorates Jesus' crucifixion and the hope of redemption it brings. The day's customs reflect its rich heritage and evolving nature. Technology and education are making Good Friday more accessible than ever. Yet its core message of love, forgiveness, and sacrifice remains unchanged. Good Friday continues to inspire and unite people in faith and hope. Its legacy endures as a vital part of the Christian tradition.